Pacquiao stuns De La Hoya in boxing superfight. Manny Pacquiao's dominant performance over Oscar De La Hoya at the MGM Grand marked a turning point for both fighters and shifted boxing's focus toward speed and technique over size. The night of December 6, 2008, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas is forever etched in boxing history as a stage for a clash between two icons, Manny Pacquiao and Oscar De La Hoya. This wasn't just another title fight. It was a seismic event that brought together a fading legend and a surging star, with the world watching and the sports landscape poised for change. In the months leading up to the bout, anticipation reached a fever pitch. Oscar De La Hoya, affectionately known as a Golden Boy, was already a household name. His resume sparkled with an Olympic gold medal and world championships across 6 weight divisions, a feat that made him one of the most decorated fighters of his era. Yet, the shadow of his 2007 loss to Floyd Mayweather Jr. lingered. Critics and fans alike wondered, was De La Hoya still at his peak, or had time finally caught up with him? On the other side stood Manny Pacquiao, the relentless southpaw from the Philippines. Pacquiao had already collected world titles in multiple weight classes, but this fight represented a leap into the unknown. Could his speed and aggression overcome the daunting size and experience of De La Hoya? Under the meticulous guidance of trainer Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's camp doubled down on agility, speed, and exploiting the vulnerabilities of his larger opponent. As Roach orchestrated intensive sparring and conditioning, the camp's confidence grew. This was Pacquiao's shot to prove he belonged among boxing's elite. The promotional machine behind the fight was nothing short of spectacular. HBO's 24/7 series pulled back the curtain on both camps, offering fans an all-access pass to the fighters' preparations. Press conferences crackled with tension, and analysts dissected every possible angle. Would De La Hoya's size and experience prevail, or would Pacquiao's speed and hunger tip the scales? The size debate became a central talking point, and the cultural impact of the matchup stretched well beyond the sport's usual circles. Las Vegas buzzed with excitement. Celebrities filled the front rows, and the global audience tuned in for what was billed as a generational showdown. When the opening bell rang, it didn't take long for the narrative to shift. Pacquiao wasted no time asserting himself, darting in and out with lightning-fast combinations. De La Hoya, once the embodiment of poise and power, looked slow and tentative. His jab, a weapon that had served him well for years, failed to keep Pacquiao at bay. Instead, it was a Filipino star who dictated the pace, using footwork and angles to frustrate and outmaneuver his opponent. The difference in energy was stark. Pacquiao seemed to fight with the urgency of a man chasing destiny, while De La Hoya struggled to find his rhythm. As the rounds progressed, the fight's one-sided nature became painfully clear. Pacquiao's relentless attacks left De La Hoya visibly fatigued and marked by swelling around his eyes. The Golden Boy's corner grew increasingly concerned, as their fighter absorbed punch after punch without mounting a meaningful response. By the 8th round, the writing was on the wall. De La Hoya's corner made the difficult, but necessary, decision to stop the fight, handing Pacquiao a technical knockout victory. The boxing world was stunned. The supposed underdog had not only won, he had dominated in a fashion few had predicted. Pacquiao's speed and movement were just too much for De La Hoya, one ringside analyst observed, echoing the sentiments of many. The result sent shockwaves through the sport, instantly elevating Pacquiao to global superstardom. For fans in the Philippines and around the world, his victory was more than just a win. It was a source of immense pride and inspiration. Pacquiao's journey from humble beginnings to the pinnacle of boxing became a rallying cry for those who dared to dream big. The aftermath of the bout marked a turning point for both fighters. For Oscar De La Hoya, the defeat was a sobering end to his storied career. He would announce his retirement from professional boxing not long after, choosing to focus on his role as a promoter with Golden Boy Promotions. In this new chapter, De La Hoya helped shape the next generation of fighters, channeling his experience and love for the sport into building its future. For Pacquiao, the win opened the floodgates to even bigger opportunities. He quickly became a pay-per-view sensation, headlining mega fights against the likes of Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and, later, Floyd Mayweather Jr. His fighting style, blistering, unpredictable, and relentlessly aggressive, captured the imagination of fans everywhere. Pacquiao's appeal transcended boxing. He became a cultural icon, a national hero in the Philippines, and a symbol of perseverance on the world stage. The fight's legacy extends far beyond the final bell. It challenged long-held assumptions about the importance of size and power in boxing, ushering in an era where speed, skill, and adaptability became just as, if not more, important. The size versus speed debate, so central to the Pacquiao-De La Hoya build-up, became a reference point in later matchmaking and analysis. Promoters and trainers began to rethink strategies, recognizing that the sport's future might belong to fighters who could outthink and outmaneuver, not just overpower, their opponents. Observers and historians continue to revisit the Pacquiao-De La Hoya showdown as a touchstone for discussions about legacy, promotion, and the unpredictable nature of boxing. The fight's build-up, fueled by media spectacle and cultural resonance, set a new standard for how high-profile bouts are marketed and remembered. It also highlighted the growing influence of international fighters, with Pacquiao's triumph serving as a beacon for athletes from outside boxing's traditional power centers. Looking back, the Pacquiao versus De La Hoya fight remains a testament to the sport's capacity for surprise and reinvention. It was a night when a rising star toppled a legend, and in doing so, helped redefine what it means to be great in the squared circle. The echoes of that bout still reverberate, reminding fans and fighters alike that in boxing, anything can happen, and that greatness sometimes arrives when least expected.